The world is old and the powers are weary. The god at the door of night has fallen, and the great enemy of the world has come back from the timeless void. The shadow has awakened the great evils to regain dominion over Ardar. Darkness shall cover the land, if not of the deeds of a small fellowship of elf friends. Join the players of this Dungeons & Dragons campaign as they fulfill the events of the Dagor Daggeroth prophecy and strive with Morgoth on the plains of Valinor. Welcome to the Undying Lands in Part 3 of the Inglorion Bastards trilogy, Trials of the Valar.
Let's advance you to your next map. So you guys, he activates the pearl, and he asks you to get in close, and you guys all like appear to be like moving at like super speed almost. So he's like, like there's a I didn't know all of the qualities of this shell. He says, let's make for the Maglor's Gap, and so he like dives in the water, and you guys have to kind of like scramble to keep up after him. So you guys are speeding off across the ocean floor, which used to be the land of Valerian, and you follow a mountain or like hills, and you come to this sort of, well, it's a gap in the mountain range, and you sort of tunnel down into this sea cave, and you enter what used to be like, it looks like an old shrine of sorts. And there's about 5 feet of standing water, but there's actually air trapped in here above it. The necklace is still active for the people that are less than 5 feet. However, so if you are underneath the water, we have to follow these rules. If you're able to swing above the water, so for people like probably Faradir, Zelindor, and more Loman, you wouldn't necessarily have to follow these rules. However, if you get submerged or if the water levels rise, then you will.
Does anyone else think it's pretty handy that we got that Silmaril right before this moment?
You didn't get the Silmaril, you got a pearl.
Oh, pearl. Sorry, the pearl.
It's called a plot device.
I'd be drowning otherwise.
Plot device.
So you see the pearl though. The light that it used to be exuding is like pulsing now and is like glowing faintly.
So how are we gonna get out of here?
You play a good dwarf, Christian.
Thanks. I'm stuffing my fat face as we speak, so I'm still in RP mode.
All right, so you guys are in this underground temple. There are some like broken pillars that kind of stick out of the water a little bit. There's, the water's at about 5 feet, so unless Tessero and Burn are being carried, you guys are sort of still swimming.
Do we have the super speed swim still?
Yeah, you can. Your movement is you can like double your movement speed while the pearl is active.
Who's wearing the pearl right now?
Maglor.
Or does it not matter? Is it just the range?
It's the range. I'll put an aura on him so we know.
Who's wearing it? Maglor.
Maglor. Yep.
We do perception checks to scout the room.
Sure. All right. I think it's fitting that Burren is the first to notice something shiny. So up ahead, underneath the water, again, it's under 5 feet of water, so it's really hard to see. But the water's darker in a spot like right over here, and you see a faint blue light shining out of what looks to be some sort of deep part of the whatever you're in right now.
Brennan's gonna kind of swim up to the surface so he can tell the rest of the group that he sees kind of a illumination up ahead, but it's very faint, straight ahead of the group. So Brennan's not gonna waste any time. He's uncomfortable being in this water, so he's gonna swim up towards it.
All right, so let's do turn order.
He's like, I want to get the F out of the water.
Yeah, it's really creepy down here and really dark. The only light right now is from Maglor's glowing necklace, unless any of you have any light sources.
I do.
My sword is broken.
Yeah.
Nice. R.I.P.
Zelindor, what do you have?
Produce flame.
We're underwater, aren't we?
Well, he's above the...
I mentioned that there are some of these. You can see the pillars that are sticking up above the water. All right, so on your turn, you're going to do produce flame, huh?
Okay, I thought that was like an initial action.
No, not yet.
Damn it.
All right, so Faradir is. So Burn swims up, tells you this, and Faradir. So the information you have is there's like a deep part straight ahead, somewhere over here, and there's a faint blue light coming from what seems to be like a deep part, but it's super dark and kind of creepy. You know, it's, remember that like the scene where they're in the garbage pit and you're not sure what's down there in Star Wars. It's like you don't know what's in this water with you.
Alright. Yeah, Burns super creeped out. He's like, let's get in and get out of here. So he starts swimming.
Yeah, let's move forward.
Well, let's go in turn order, guys. So
Okay.
back where you were.
I move forward.
All right,
I move forward.
you get twice the movement speed if you want it. All right, who's next? Tessero.
How far can I move again?
You could move to the edge.
I'll do the same when it's my turn.
All right. So at the end, are you guys like readying any actions or anything like that?
Burns got a steady hand on his weapon ready in case something jumps out.
All right.
Yeah, I guess Tessero also readies an action.
All right. Did anybody heal John, by the way?
I rubbed some dirt onto him. As I give him one feedback.
All right. So you guys, after Burren moves, yeah. So before Maglor goes, after Burren, the faint blue light in front of you down in that pit goes out.
Goes out, you said?
Yeah, is like either goes out or is covered or something. And
Burren like swims up to the top and he's like, the light's gone.
and the water comes like rushing, like starts being like pushed towards you. Not exactly sure what's going on.
Strong current. Oh, it's the Kraken.
Yeah.
I hope not.
What's what it's called? Kraken.
That would suck.
DC 23 strength saving throw.
Oh, you guys can see that?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Sorry.
No, it's all good. There's no hiding the fact that you guys are in for a tough fight here. This is probably the toughest creature you've fought so far.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, that's saying something.
Do you want us to go ahead and make those con saves?
No, I was just casting that just to look at it. That's those are his lair actions.
Oh, that seems fair. What are my lair actions for being in his lair? Actually, if you can, I don't know how far it is. Let me just check. I think you're within range though. So this sort of the tidal effect comes into play. So you guys will need to make a DC 23 strength save. I get advantage on strength checks.
Okay. John, you don't have to make this roll. Anybody past Maglor doesn't have. So Burren, Faradir, and Tessero are the only ones that have to make this. Yeah, so you guys go flying back towards the group.
Does that work the same even though I'm fully submerged in water?
Yeah.
I get half. Okay.
No, it would affect you even more probably. So up out of the hole like comes this like tentacled, fanged thing that you guys have never seen. It's massive. Takes up like half the distance of the width of this room.
I said that's foul.
Yeah. And so on his turn, let's see.
The raid thing, by the way.
Yeah, you're still raging.
Yeah. I'm never not going to be raging the rest of the campaign.
That's the secret. He's always angry.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let me look back at those layer. Okay, so the water, like your hair starts standing up on end, and the water, you see like static, like going between from the water to like the pillars into like you see like the tip of Burns' helmet every once in a while, and like little static charge gets between the water and his helmet. See, and if it's not scientific, I scientifically sound, I apologize.
You're over it.
So the three of you that were out front are vulnerable to lightning damage.
Was that because we felt the save?
Let me see if there is a save. There is no save for this. No, it's just as a different layer action. So everyone in the room needs to make a con save DC 23. Basically, the only way you'll pass is if you crit. Most of you.
I have advantage, so I didn't critically fail.
So you guys, when he pops his head up, basically the room gets like electrically charged, and everyone in the room takes 11 lightning damage unless you're vulnerable, and then you take 22 if you failed your save. And that's his turn. So Maglor actually like goes unconscious, and he like sinks beneath the water.
That's super useful. Oh, does that mean the aura's
Nope,
canceled?
the aura's still good. Actually, I have to leave him. Okay,
Yeah, I was like, the aura's gone.
now it's Morloman's turn.
This fight's about to be brutal.
It's a monster.
Yeah. What do you? As opposed to, is this a trick question?
Humanoid.
Oh, he's asking what creature type.
Oh, it's a gargantuan monstrosity or a titan.
Sounds like my ex-girlfriend, eh?
Oh, they dominate monsters.
You can try.
Did you roll a 50?
Oh, you can try. Is that your turn?
That's what I'm going to try.
Good lord.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, he saves against it. As a legendary action,
Oh, good lord.
he is going to grab onto your hound of ill omen, and he hits. And you are grappled. You need to do a strength DC of 18 to get out of it. The hound is grappled. It's like grabbed by one of the tentacles. It looks like this Kraken has 10 tentacles that it can grapple creatures with. All right, Faradir, you're up.
I'm going to try to move towards it again.
Okay, let's see what this thing's range is.
Alright, so I can't leave this bubble.
You can leave it. Your head is above water.
Seems safe enough.
What's that?
So it seems safe enough. What could go wrong?
So Faradir, is that as far as you can move?
Yeah.
Okay. It is going to use another legendary action. It throws the Hound of Ill Omen at you. All right.
Okay.
Let's see here. You can make a dexterity save, DC 18, to try to get out of the way. All right, sweet. So you get out of the way. The Hound takes 5 damage from smacking into one of the pillars under the water.
So it's gonna move like here.
So you're technically underwater still.
Yeah. With bows, it just has advantage, right?
Well, you let's see here. What does it say? Shared the rules with you. Underwater fighting. A ranged weapon automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. Even against a target within normal range, the attack roll has disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow. And that.
Well, I'm going to say hello to my little friend, which is going to give me advantage, which I guess cancels the disadvantage.
All right.
And also he's my sworn enemy now. Okay, so only one of them. The last one hits, right?
Correct.
46 damage.
Wow.
46 damage.
All right. Nice hit. All right. So the monster lets out like a terrible roar and kind of like lifts himself up a little more out of the hole. Burn.
I'm just gonna move up. I'm not able to. I'm using the dash move. That's all I'm able to do, though.
Okay. All right. So the Kraken is going to. Kraken is going to sort of push its way this way, and is going to make an attack on Burn, Faradir, and the Hound. 34 to who did I say first? Burn. 24 to the Hound and 31 to Faradir. Those are the attack rolls. There it is. Okay, so only 16 damage to Burn, which is halved. You half that, Christian, because you're raging.
How much did you say? 16?
Yeah. The Hound takes 18 and Faradir takes 19 damage. He just gets whacked. All right. That's what he's going to do. Okay, Maglor is still under the water. You guys are just ignoring him. He can breathe underwater, so it's cool. Assuming he's still alive. All right, more Loman. Oh, chain lightning. All right. Okay. It doesn't seem to phase the creature.
What was that? What did he do?
He cast chain lightning, which saved your asses in the last fight,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
and doesn't appear to do anything to the Kraken. We'll go to a Zelindor now. So you guys learned something from that attack.
Green to lightning.
Right. Okay, I guess before we get to his Zelindor, he's going to use a legendary action.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, sorry. So, Burin, whose head is underwater, Tessero, whose head is underwater, you guys see a cloud of ink that makes everything really hard to see. And I need you to do a con save, both of you. 23 DC.
Okay.
All right, so you guys take 7 poison damage from this ink.
Oh, I'm resistant to poison damage.
Okay, perfect.
Wait, so is there anything else happening beside the 7 damage?
Yes. So let's see. So the cloud spreads around corners, and that area is heavily obscured to creatures other than the Kraken. It would be really hard for you to see, except that he takes up the entire, like half of the building. So, well, you already have disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Firing.
I mean, I'm probably going to do my guardian form next turn.
So it's Zelindor's turn. Did you go yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
So we are going to try to confuse the monster.
I hope you're trying a high level spell.
I can do polymorph too. I can polymorph somebody. Polymorph's still in the game. So
That's not a bad idea.
Polymorph him into a shrimp.
Hey, what was I suggesting before? It was a crayfish. Crayfish. Yes.
Might actually be a decent idea. Let me look that up.
Oh, the Kraken? You would have a hard time polymorphing the Kraken. But you could polymorph, a friend.
I could polymorph somebody else into something larger.
Yeah.
Perhaps somebody who can't swim. I don't know. We'll try confusion. What the hell?
He fails and chooses to pass.
No!
What?
Is that like a legendary action?
Legendary resistance. Or yes.
You're the worst.
No! He fails it.
He did.
Give me something.
All right. Well, you guys are learning a lot these first couple of rounds.
Unwise.
I love that so far. You fought somebody who's immune to fire, and you guys, 2 of you cast fire spells right in a row. And then we're fighting a guy who's immune to electricity. But I see why John cast it, because he's
Yeah, that makes sense in water like this. But
it's his go-to spell too. All right, so Faradyr's up, I guess.
Assuming he's not immune to sword. Let's try this.
Did I sense some sarcasm there?
Sure, I use my,
slashing damage.
I use my fighting spirit to give me advantage this round and 10 temporary points.
All right, just the 3. Well, all 3 of those are going to hit.
Just 3.
All right.
Alright, sweet. So that's 72 damage, I think.
Wow. All right. He definitely knows you're there now. You're not used to fighting something quite so big, basically in its own terrain, but you get your arms up out of the water and you're just, it's just a different form that you're used to, I guess. All right, Tessero, you going to do Guardian form?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna just shoot at him with my bow.
Okay. All right, both of those are going to hit. It's hard to miss this thing, though, really. Yeah. All right, you add that up, and we'll do Christian's turn. Well, you just tell me how much I should subtract.
Burns going to take a couple swings at the big guy.
The second one is going to hit, unless you have advantage. I think you do have advantage.
Yeah, I do have advantage.
All right, both of those will hit.
Okay. He hits 77 damage from Tessero.
Jeez. All right, he's not bloodied yet.
Yes.
That's incredible damage, by the way, just from arrows. Do you have those thorns growing up out of the water into him as well?
Yeah.
All right, so Christian, you hit him twice?
Yeah.
Any extra damage or no? No, you didn't crit.
No crits there.
All right, so that's 28. So he is going to use Lightning Storm. So I need Tessero, Faradir, and Burin to make a Dex save, DC 23. All right, so those of you that failed take 28 lightning damage, or half as much if you passed. It's not as bad as you thought, right?
Yeah, I thought you were going to do something shitty.
I'm playing him legit.
What about the confusion?
More Mr. Nice deal.
Well, he's not going to use Ink Cloud again, so that he gets 3 tentacle attacks on his off turn. So, and I'm going to try to grapple you guys now. So, all right. So more Loman's turn. So basically, at this point, the pearl that you see sort of floating on Maglor's neck near the bottom, 5 feet down, it basically has hardly any glow left to it. Burn, that might be a problem for you.
Yeah, that could be a real issue. Might having to be polymorph in my fat ass.
Can you polymorph yourself?
He could polymorph me, I believe. I don't have any spells.
Oh,
Alright. Zelindor.
alright. We'll do healing word level 3 on Cicero. And we're going to polymorph Burn now before we start the next round.
Alright. What's he gonna be?
What do you want to be, John Octopus?
No, actually, it's on the water's only 5 feet. So, yeah, T-Rex or something.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you for coming. We got
Thank you.
you're half done with this fight, and after this you'll head back to Ilmarin, and it looks like you guys will head into the icy north to find out about a Rendiel. Though this marks the end of the episode, the road goes ever on. Until next time, join us at longwinded.one and consider giving us a review on Apple Music, Spotify, or really whichever platform you choose.